The most feared house in a birth chart is the 8th house, and today I'll be discussing about 8th house and the 8th house lord. My name is Hardik and you are watching my YouTube channel on Vedic astrology, Astrokeen. So let's start. So what exactly is 8th house? What does 8th house stands for? 8th house is about longevity. 8th house is about occult science or psychic stuffs. 8th house is about healing. 8th house is about Reiki. 8th house is about astrology. 8th house is about sudden transformation. 8th house is about sudden gains and sudden losses. 8th house is about long-term illness. 8th house is about sorrow. 8th house is about fear. 8th house is about other person's asset. 8th house is about hidden things. 8th house is about secret things. 8th house also represents underground activities, digging deep, things like underground tunnel, mines, and so on. So 8th house represents a lot of things, a lot of different, and it's considered to be a difficult house, or it's considered to be Dustana because it represents sex, it represents sorrow, diseases, as in long-term illness. It talks about surgery, it talks about longevity and death, mostly longevity. Hence, 8th house is considered to be a difficult house. Of course, not everything about 8th house is bad, because 8th house, a strong 8th house can mean a person is good in occult science or in psychic activities. A good 8th lord can mean that you will have sudden transformation in your life. It can also mean that you'll be fond of astrology. It can also mean that you will be interested in healing or Ayurveda or Reiki. Somebody who is interested in research, somebody who can be a secret agent like a Sherlock Holmes. That's what 8th house, the good things about 8th house is. Now when 8th house lord goes to the first house or the ascendant, what happens is the vitality of the person kind of reduces. The health kind of gets hampered. You may get long-term illness or hereditary diseases. There is a possibility of that. It can also mean that this is a person who's spiritual, who believes in occult sciences, who's into Ayurveda or astrology or Reiki or something like that. This can mean that somebody who is kind of introvert, who kind of keeps a lot of secrets or is involved in some kind of secretive activities. These people will go through a lot of turbulence in their life from their from their mental or from their mind point of view. They may go through a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of sorrow, and so on. There is possibility of that as well if there is no good aspect of that 8th lord, or if good planets are not aspecting the 8th lord. Now if 8th lord moves to the second house, then there is a possibility that you may earn wealth or you may accumulate wealth through spiritual stuffs or through healing and through Reiki thing. You may have sudden ups and downs in case of your assets are concerned. Even with your relationship with your family can go through a lot of ups and downs. There is a possibility that you may love to talk about, speak about things related to life and death, things related to, the astral world, things related to Ayurveda and astrology. These are the things which can be seen if 8th lord is placed in the second house. Now, if 8th lord is placed in the third house, then you may be a journalist who may like to cover things related to underground, who may be a secret agent, or a person who write fictions which are thriller, mystery kind of novel, who writes stories related to life and death, If eighth lord is present in the third house, then you may go through a lot of ups and downs as far as your siblings are concerned. Your relationship with your siblings may go through a lot of ups and downs. Now, what happens when eighth lord moves to the fourth house? Again, because eighth house is about sudden transformations and ups and downs, your relationship with your mother may go through some kind of a transformation. Your relationship may be very bad, and suddenly it may change, and you may start loving, or she may start loving you. Or it can happen just the reverse way. Your relationship is good, and suddenly something bad happens, and the relationship kind of gets affected because of that. If eighth lord is present in the fourth house, then it can also mean that you can have some secret property with you, secret land with you, which not many people are aware of. There is a possibility that you may have some vehicles which not many people are aware of. You're a person, because both are moksha house, you're a person who can be highly spiritual. Your education may be related to related to occult science or astrology or ayurveda, something related to that. Now, if eighth house is in fifth house, I have seen a lot of people in the creative line who has this kind of a combination also. Eighth lord in the fifth house, because then what happens is that you bring a little bit of spirituality or to your creativity, right? A painter who may be doing something which is, or painting something which is related to occult science or astral world or something like that. Your relationship with your children may go through ups and downs. Eighth lord when goes to the sixth house, then the good thing about this, I have already explained in my previous video as well. There is a yoga called as Viparita Raja Yoga. You may go through that, or you will have that yoga, which will give you great results if you go through a bad time. So you will rise from the phoenix, something related to that. If eighth house goes to the sixth house, the difficult thing about it is you may have long-term illness, because sixth house is about disease and eighth house is about long-term illness. If eighth lord moves to the seventh house, then your relationship with your partner will go through a lot of turbulence, will go through a lot of ups and downs. Some days you'll be over the top, some days you'll feel really, really low. You should avoid having friction with your wife. You should try to cooperate with your spouse or with your partner. If eighth house go to the seventh house, then it can also mean that you'll have a lot of joint property with your wife. You can have a lot of joint assets with your wife, or with your partner, or with your husband, if you're a female. If eighth lord goes to the seventh house, then that bond, if it's well placed, then the bond will be very spiritual, will be very divine, the bond with your partner. If eighth lord is present in eighth house, these are the people who are highly spiritual in nature. These are the people who believe in occult science, who believe in healing, who believe in the astral world, who believe in astrology, who believe in ayurveda. These are the people who have a lot of secrets with them, who try to, if other people also tell them about their secrets to them, these are the people who will try to keep themselves. These are the people who go through a lot of transformation, and this is also Viparita Raja Yoga. Eighth lord, if it is placed in 6th, 8th or 12th house, that's Viparita Raja Yoga. If eighth house goes to the ninth house, then your relationship with your father will go through a lot of ups and downs. Your relationship with your teachers will go through a lot of ups and downs. These are the people who are really, really interested in higher learning, because ninth house is about higher learnings, eighth house is about occult science, psychic activities, and those things. So you will have an inclination towards that. These are the people whose fortune goes through a lot of ups and downs. You may get a lot of gains, you may also lose a lot of money. So you go through the sudden ups and downs. If eighth house goes to the 10th house, then there can be difficulty in your career or in your work life. You may not get along with in a In a bureaucratic atmosphere or in a corporate world, you will not get along very well. But the good thing about is that you will do well if you go into lines like occult science, or maybe a detective, or maybe a healer, a psychiatrist. You can do well there. In Ayurveda, in astrology, if you take these careers, and eighth lord in 10th house is well placed, then you will be successful in these kind of profession. If eighth lord goes to 11th house, then again your relationship with your friends might get hampered, or may be really good. It will go through ups and downs. Your gains, your desires will kind of fluctuate. You may get a lot of money, and then you may again not get a lot of money. What happens when eighth lord moves to 12th house? When eighth lord moves to 12th house, what happens is you are a person who likes to travel, to explore spirituality, explore occult science, explore the astral world, or different side of, or the spiritual world. If eighth lord goes to 12th house, then there is a possibility that you may go through lot of difficulties in your life, but these difficulties may make you strong. 8th house and 12th house can mean you may travel to outside world for some kind of secretive mission. That's it, guys. This is about 8th house. How does 8th house lord behaves when it goes to different houses? If you have any queries, please do mention in the comment box, and whenever I get time, I will answer your queries. Take care. Bye bye. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please share my video if you like it. Thank you.